my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
So I solved my old tank vent lines, vapor lines. I busted out the Terrell putty. Anyway, I cleaned them all up, put that on there. That ought to work good. Anyway, my new sending unit has a vent line here. You know, I haven't been able to figure out whether this cap is actually vented. As a matter of fact, I think I need, they put silicone around it, for crying out loud, so I guess it is. No, there's the seal. So for the life of me, I don't know why they put silicone around that. I really don't. Anyway, I don't see that that's a vented cap. It wouldn't be if you had that vapor recovery and venting system there. All right, so I got the pad glued on, and I think I'm ready to put it in here, but I gotta clean this crap out. There's my battery with my battery hold down on it. And I was thinking about putting it over here, but most everybody puts them over there. So maybe that's what I'll do, because it's got some metal mounts and things, probably for the jack, tire related stuff. So I'm gonna get this all cleaned out, get the tank up in there, and get the filler pipe put in, and then see how that battery sits over there. Okay, wish me luck. I don't know how I did this, but I'm sure I can figure it out again. There we go, there's one battery. One. Get the one on there. Oh man. Hey, this is fun. Need some help. Where's that Frank Cunningham when you need him? Alright, wow. I don't know how you... Right in the face. That was cool. Oh my gosh. Now, it goes up in here somewhere, and then you gotta get one of these on the bolt here, stud, somehow. Can't see. I need lights. Oh, come on. How in the world did I ever get this off of there? I guess probably getting it off was the easy part. Getting it back the hell on. My heck. God. Come on. Oh man. I gotta tell you, this is murder. You need the bumper off to do this, is what you need. I gotta get the floor jack over here. Hold it up. There. Maybe. That helps. Now. Okay, let me show you the... That's them right there. Right there. So I could tighten those up. But before I do that, I think what I got to do is get the tank moved around until the opening where that, I got to get that filler neck. See how far that slides? I probably need to get the filler neck in, so let's go clean the trunk out. Okay, that's where I got to go in. So to get the boot over it, I just used some of this silicone, which that's what I'm going to put all over the rubber deal in the tank if I can get it to spray out here. I've seen guys, the last one had grease on it, and I don't think grease is the thing you should use. That was a bear to get it on there. That fits tighter than my rubbers boots. Okay, come on, you're going on there. Come on. Now, how does that go in? This thing's in the freaking way. Wow, that's tight like tiger. I think all my silicone's evaporated. Add more of that stuff. There we go. There we go. I think we're going in. It's moving the tank. That's what it's doing. Sac that blue. Like that, I guess. I think we're in, Flynn. Okay, I got the tank bolted up, tightened up, and now these holes fit exactly where they're supposed to. Working on my steering column, I've got it all tore apart. I've been sanding these up so I can paint everything. I've got to get a bushing for the bottom end for the steering shaft and a seal for that. Wash this up. I got to sand this or blast it, and then grease the interlock up and clean this up and get some lube in it. Put it back together. Really need to order me some Chrysler key blanks, some blank ones, and have some keys made. Gambles. What the heck? Okay, Jeff, what the hell you got done on the car? Huh? Been screwing around? So the headlights are in. I got me some of that split braid stuff. Pay no attention to this. It's going to be for the fans when I get them in. Radiator hoses are on. What else have I done? Oh, gas tank's in. I got a mess of battery cable and some ends and stuff. Here's all my steering components, sandblasted and painted those. I got two here that I've got primer on, that I've got to get those painted tomorrow in the morning. It is late. I think the other night I was out here till 10 o'clock. Anyway, what else have I got going? Had to take all that ignition stuff apart. It's all 50 years full of dust and junk, and the switch wouldn't hardly work. Cleaned that all out. This is the interlock device for intergalactic travel. Had to clean all the crap off of that, so when we get the car together, I can take you to Mars at light speed. I just got to bring lots of oxygen for the motor, and then if anybody has a couple, 2, 3, 4 space suits we can put in the car, I think we can pull it off. Got my reverse neutral switch pigtail plugged in, and I've been waiting for this all week. This is some more of that cool little purple wire wraps so I can do the AC compressor wire, and then the neutral safety switch that goes down there. So anyway, it's time to go in the house. I can hardly see straight. Mr. Griffey came out this morning to do his business. He loves the snow. He drags everywhere he goes. Anyway, I gotta fight my way out to the mailbox in this waist-deep snow and put the sticker, the magnet on there. I got some stuff going out today. Oh, okay. There's the magnet. We'll see if the mailman sees it. My normal mailman sees that and he comes over and gets stuff, but sometimes I get a, oh, now it fell off. Sometimes I get a female man. She's not very thorough. Mr. Griffey waiting patiently for me to cross the road, ain't you, buddy? Huh? I told him, I says, let's go to the shop, get the four-wheeler and plow some snow. Oh man, he was out of bed and headed for the door. Okay, so got one going to Norm Hankins in Springville, California. Laura Ledbetter, Conover, North Carolina. Michael Weimer in Mayville, Wisconsin. I was texting Mike last night about my car. He's a good resource for help. He's the one that rebuilt that 62 Buick. That was awesome. Joe Dykes. So Joe ordered a shirt September 5th. And he got a hold of me and said it never showed up. So I got with the post office. Then my local post office postmaster called me and he says, well, we have no record of it ever being scanned. Thank goodness I filmed these. So I went and found the video that showed the label and his name, all the other packages that went out that day. Ooh, lo and behold, guess what? They finally said, oh yeah, it was scanned. So it shipped with these morons from Global Post. And what happened is it went to LA. USPS got it to LA. And then Global Post lost it. So I called them and they're like, well, it's been too long. And I'm like, what's length of time got? Anyway. So Joe wanted a black Anderson shirt. And unfortunately, the one that they lost was the last one that I had. So I have put a green one in there, and then I have put a black Jpaydirt shirt in there for you. I'm sorry about this. Now, this is going UPS, the USPS priority mail. So this was expensive, but I want to make sure it gets there, Joe. So you make sure and let me know. Today is Tuesday, December, what, 10th, 11th? That's supposed to be to you, I think, in 3 days, 4 days, something like that. So make sure and let me know if it shows up. Anyway, Robert Cowger, Apple Valley, California. And then I've got some silhouettes going to Brett Atkinson in Dixon, California. Anyway, thank you guys. I'm going to go find Mr. Griffey and go out to the shop and get the four-wheeler. So, it's early, what is today? Friday morning. I'm out here with Mr. Griff. He's hiding bones. This is his favorite ones right here. surprised he's not eating that one. He's gonna go find a good place to hide that one. Ooh, never gonna find it in there. He's got bones all over in the shop. He's gonna go find a good spot to bury it. I'm gonna get going on some stuff, see what I can get done. Mr. Griff will start bothering me. And he's still looking for a good place to bury that bone. Anyway, once he starts bugging and bothering me, I gotta take him back in the house. Oh, because I can't get anything done with him in here, so I take him back to the house to Tammy and let him do his thing in there. Huh, Mr. Griff? He's still looking for a place to hide that bone. Can't find a place to hide it, buddy? He takes his bones over here. I can hear him digging sometimes. He likes to bury them in the plug box. He digs around in there, knocks plugs all over, and then I gotta clean it all back up, don't I? Okay, here's a better picture than the live stream ever thought of. This is 4K. So I got the battery in. Here's my ground cable. And then here's my hot cable. Goes in back there, just this side of where the shock bolt is. It's gonna go underneath the car along that side and down along kind of where the brake cable is. Anyway, there's the other end of it laying right there. So my ground comes in here, hooks to the frame right here, and what I did is that's a 7/16 bolt hole, so I ran a tap through it, cleaned it up, then I took a rifle wire brush on a drill, went in and out of there and cleaned the threads up really good, ground all the paint off, and then it comes around up here, and I got a tie down on it here, then it goes up in the car. My battery cable comes through the floor. It'll go across over here, and then it's gonna follow that brake line around there, and then up the side of the car, and then through the cross member up there for the transmission and the torsion rods. Headlights are all in. I think I talked about that. Headlights are in, wiring looms crossed here. There's my fuses, got the radiator in, got the hoses on. Still waiting for a plug wire for number 4. Had to have a custom straight end put on that one instead of the 90 they have on it. And I've got all of my steering column stuff blasted and painted, and I just got from Roseville Motor Sports, or Roseville Mopar is what they call it. Anyway, this is all the bearings and the column seals and stuff to finish rebuilding the column. Oh, here, check this out. Frank Cunningham sent me these 2 stickers. That's awesome. He sent me some coffee mugs, a jacket, and a couple of shirts. I want to thank Frank for that. That's awesome. Merry Christmas, Frank. I'll send you a check for $1 million. Been hard at it under here. I got my battery cable in, runs along the frame, over the back up to the battery, but I was going to show you this retarded clutch cover they got on here. I'm trying to hook up the hydraulic line for the clutch, and they tell you to put this in before you put the tranny in, which is hogwash because you're gonna bend this and damage it trying to put it in. So I got it up in there, and then I used a crow's foot. I think it's 12 millimeter. So there's the cover. I guess this is the one part of the Tremec setup I would not recommend, because in the book they just show a rubber boot that goes in there and the line comes out of it. Well, that's a piece of cake. But no, they gotta put this Mickey Mouse thing in there. So now they gotta get that over the line, and then Jeez Louise, it's tight in here. This is probably something you should do before you put the headers on, but unfortunately, that's not what I did. I'd like to kill him. This is the, I just gotta say, this has gotta be the worst design I think I've ever seen in my life for a cover. It's just so Mickey Mouse. But I have to keep a positive attitude and not get pissy, because you're working on a custom car. So what the hell do you expect, Jeff? Ooh, yummy. Clint Black Christmas music. Shit. Okay. I'm really getting pissy now. I don't know how I'm going to get up around the top and get it in. Can't see, can't feel. I can't do it. Gosh dang it, I can't do it. I can't do this no more. I quit. I quit. I give up. Oh, balls. Why me? I don't know. If it wasn't you, who would it be? Frank? See, this is why I don't film this stuff, the car stuff, because you can't see it. It's boring as hell. I mean, I just show you the finished product when I get done. How about a highlight reel? Just the highlights. That would be good, wouldn't it? Cut the drama, the swear words, the bitching, the whining, you know, all that shit. I'm gonna have it in on the inside for long here if I keep dicking around. Arms won't work. All right, it's 8 o'clock Sunday night. I've pretty much got my steering column together. Got the rubber bushing and the foam plug in here. It's nice and tight. So I'm going to use my original key switch, and my wiring kit has a new end for this, so it'll plug into the one under the dash, and then I have to hack off all the turn signal wires and put them in a connector that fits American Auto Wire's connector. I don't know why they didn't use these, because you can still get these reproduction, but whatever. So anyway, that's done. I got my clutch, the hydraulic hose hooked up under there. Got the cover on after I cussed and swore. I hate that thing. Oh, that was horrible. Okay, good early Monday morning. I am putting these connectors on my ignition and turn signal. What I had to do was I had to cut them off of this connector. Chrysler uses these big bullet connectors. Anyways, you can see the red one, which is the main ignition feed, was pretty burned up. You know, I finally realized why I never work on this car. It's supposed to be a hobby, it's supposed to be fun, but I don't seem to ever have any time for hobbies. And so here we are in the winter, and I need this out of the shop. So what makes it not fun is everything takes forever. Forever. So I got my radio in. This is a specifically made radio for an e-body Mopar. Looks just like the original. Only this thing is Bluetooth. And you can make phone calls on it. Anyway, I got all the wiring done. Let me show you that wiring. Look at all that mess under there. So I got the speakers all hooked up and the power and everything to it. Hopefully when I put juice to it, it doesn't go poof. And I was sitting here looking under the hood, and I saw right down here a bolt hole, and I thought, it dawned on me, I thought that is where the battery ground originally hooked, because the battery sat right here. So I'm going to hook to that, and then I'm going to go down here on the frame somewhere, and I am going to find a good hole, or drill one, and put a ground cable there. But I am getting stuff done. I'm kicking ass and taking names. Frank, taking your name. Oh, it's colder than a well digger's ass. Frozen turd and a dead Eskimo this morning. Is that cold enough for you? It's cold. Ain't no heat wave out west. That magnet's cold. I hope it sticks. There we go. Alright, got some stuff. Jpaydirt swag going out. Let's go have a look. Mr. Griffey's over pooping and peeing on the lawn. You finding a good spot yet, buddy? I gotta sniff around a little more, Jeff. Oh, good spot to pee. I gotta go find a pot to poop. Okay, got some stuff going to Craig Edlin in is it Versailles or Versailles, Illinois? Scott Spear, State College, PA. I don't know why. They wanted like 6 days to go to PA, Scott, so I'm sending that one priority 3-day. One going to Terry Diahara in Sparks, Nevada. One to William Cox in Brooks, Kentucky. And that was kind of funny. That one there was like only 3 days or something, but for some reason, the State College, PA, they wanted like 6 days. I'm like, meh. So anyway, you guys have a very Merry Christmas. We'll see you the first of the year. Okay, I want to teach you a valuable lesson about brake fluid. I made a serious boo-boo here. I threw the bottle away, but I just went to the Napa store and I bought some DOT 5 instead of 4, and it's purple. So I poured it in there and bled it and got the clutch to work, and then I thought, well, I wonder what Silver Sport recommends. So I come over here and I read the directions. It says, whatever you do, don't use DOT 5 because it'll ruin the seals in the clutch cylinder, piston seals upon contact. So I panicked. So I started looking on the internet. Some guys said they've been running it in their systems for years, no problems. Other ones said, yeah, they started to leak. So I guess it depends on the material that the seals are made out of. So I thought, okay, what do I do now? So I opened the bleeder down there and it's open again. I've been flushing it. So what I read was you go get denatured alcohol. Don't use store-bought alcohol because it has water in it. So you go get denatured alcohol. It's 100% alcohol, and you put that in there and run it through the system. So when you pour it in the reservoir with the bleeder open down there, it goes right through the master and down through the line. So I flushed it all out, wiped everything I could get out of the inside of the reservoir, and I blew air down through it with the bleeder open and blew it all out. And then I think I put some more in it, and I pumped the pedal with the bleeder open, and then blew it out again. Took the line off the master and blew it out. And then I put DOT4 in it and filled it up. Well, first I let some run through the line to get everything out. And then I filled it back up and bled the air out of it, and then pumped the clutch. I had clutch. The seals aren't leaking yet. I hope they don't. Anyway, so I pumped it and let it come back and forth, drained it. I've done this like 3 times now. This will be the 3rd. I just flushed it. So the 2nd time that I took it out, I've got a can under there, a nice clean plastic coffee can, and I let it drain out. And what happens is when you still have a little DOT5. DOT5 is a silicon-based brake fluid. So when you mix a glycol-based brake fluid like 3 or 4, what it does is the 5 turns into like little silicone stringy things. So when I took the can out, I had a few of those in there. Anyway, I was just kicking myself because it was like, oh my gosh, Jeff, why didn't you read the directions? I just went to the store, looked down, saw 5, and oh, 5, that'll be good stuff. No, it isn't. Don't use 5 in anything unless it came from the factory with 5 and it says put 5 in it. Don't use it. Absolutely do not use it. It just made me sick. Absolutely sick. I don't know if you've ever done mistakes like that, but it's just like, oh my gosh, how in the world could you be so stupid, Jeff? I'm just stupid. So anyway, I haven't got a whole lot done on the car today. I'm so flustered and angry I don't even remember what I did. I did a few, I don't remember. Hopefully I got my problem solved. That's what I did today. So I'm done for the day. I'm going to go in the house and be pissy. Okay, so I've come out this morning. I don't know if you can see that, but it's significantly less than it was last time, but you can still see some slimy stuff in there, which means it's still got some of that DOT5 in it. Doesn't look good. So I'll just have to keep flushing till I get that gone. Okay, so I came out this morning. Well, you saw that. You saw the stuff in there. So I filled it up again and I pumped the clutch up, bled the air out. I had Matt hold the pedal down while I released it, hoping that the cylinder would gush more of that out. And I checked the can and there was like 50-60% less little things of silicone you could see in there from the DOT5 fluid. So I filled it up again, pumped it. When Matt gets back, I'll have him hold the clutch. We'll do that again. And I'll just keep doing it until that stuff's gone. So I used that whole bottle. So I went in and bought a big bottle, filled the little bottle so I don't get it all over the car. Anyway, I don't care if I go through that whole bottle to get it cleaned out. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of all that crap and get it out of there. What a horrible mistake. I mean, I've wasted so much time dealing with my stupid mistake here. I feel really dumb doing this, but I just got done installing this terminal. So what he did is the 1-aught comes up here, and then you see the 2 red ones. One goes to the starter, and then the other one goes up to the main fuses. So that's how I ended up doing it. And then the cable Goes through there. It's got some protective wrap. Goes under the car here. Goes around there. And on back around. Oh, it's below zero this morning. It is colder than... Ugh. Yuck. Blowing out of the north. Makes it even worse. Alright, mailbox is full of snow. That ain't gonna, I hope that sticks. There we go. Here comes my brother. Let's flip him off. Mr. Griffey. Hey, go to the bathroom. Hurry up. I want to go back in the house. Go to the potty. Go potty. Oh, okay, so I got 3 boxes going out this morning. One to Abby Helen in Meadow Creek. No, Meadow, South Dakota. One going to Amy Klein down in Texas. Amy, I'm sending this priority 2-day mail. Because for some reason regular mail is 6 days. I mean, you're right there in Texas. In plain view. Where you can be seen in plain view. And a big box going to Joyce Schneider in Norwood, Minnesota. Didn't have what you exactly wanted, Joyce, so I sent a whole bunch of other stuff. So enjoy. Oh. Hurry up, Mr. Griffey, before you freeze up. You can't pee. God, it's cold. Holy moly, this is cold. Oh, man, my head's froze already. My face and my hands. Whew. Shit, this is cold. Oh, let's go see if this little Dodge will start. The gas for 50 bucks says it won't go. Oh my God, it's cold. It's like the day after tomorrow. Holy shit, Christ. No way this is gonna run. Well, it tried to fire. Looks like that's going to get the battery charger, Mr. Griff. I know the Cummins wouldn't run. But where would I go with it? It won't steer. Oh man, it's so cold. Oh, I can't even open the door. It won't unlock. It's so cold. Shit. Oh God. There we go. Come on, Mr. Griff. Holy shit, that's cold. Oh, oh man. Oh, that's warm in here. Oh, good Lord. Can't see. Just that short walk from the house, my hands are frozen completely. Oh. Oh. Here, you want a bone? I can get you a bone. Yeah, it ain't good enough for you? Well, that's all there is. I'm gonna go get a battery charger and put on that little truck. I gotta have it today. So I got the little Dodge in here. It doesn't blow real hot air out of the heater, so I figured it was the servo motor. So I took the old one out, and yeah, it's not working correctly. So I got the new one installed in there, but you got this oh great, I dropped it. So pretty common problem, they crack and then it slips on that shaft, and that servo motor senses the resistance on it, so it knows where to position itself. So when it just spins in there, it don't work. It'll sit there and go round and round, burn the motor up. So anyway, thank goodness my local dealer has one. So Matt's in town, so I called him and asked him to pick it up. So while I'm waiting for him to do that, I need to build a ground cable. I'll come off the block, and I got two choices: either come to this bolt hole or up here to where these grounds are. Jeff wins again. I put all my fuses and stuff in the fuse panel and hooked up the battery, and I've got bright lights, dim lights, markers on the front, tail lights on the back, and that was really all I could check until I get the steering column put in, because until that connection is made, I can't check the gauges and the lights and stuff in here and the radio and the heater. But just the fact that the headlights bright and dim and tail lights and everything working gives me hope I did something right. Woohoo! The next big hurdle is power steering and booster lines, but I've located a couple places through the help of Mike Weimer. They're a two-piece like Aeroquip end stainless braid, so they're pretty, and all the fittings to do all that. And I've got to get a power steering reservoir, so I've been looking at those, trying to figure out what would work. I'd like to put it here, but I also found one that goes on, will bolt to the back of this little baby right here, and maybe that's the way I'll go. But anyway, ready to put the steering column in, put my ignition wires down there. I'm basically done with all this stinking wiring. I just got a few minor odds and ends to finish up, and then I'm done with it. So I know I said I'd have smoke coming out of it by Christmas. What is today, the 22nd? So I've got about 2 days to make that happen. Can I do it? Possibly. Well, I can't really run it with that power steering pump hooked up. I guess if I want to run it, I could undo the belt and take it off of there, but I probably better not run it with no oil in the system. So anyway, I'm gonna go in the house, finish this video so you have something to watch, and then I'll be back out here tomorrow. So the next video you see will be this car running, guaranteed. Come hell or high water, this thing's gonna run. And when it runs, and all this crap's got to get cleaned up so I can get it out of here. And then I can start on other things. So you guys have a very Merry Christmas. I shall see you next time.
It's alright. It's alright. You know I love this life I lead.